Good morning, Dr. J.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, everything is good. I see that you trying to chase Sir Aria.
Yes, I am. I am. It is so amazing. Like you said last week. Let me check something, Gary. Go ahead, keep talking.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Who is all online this morning? Uh, we are happy Memorial Day weekend. We are having I'm having technical difficulties. As some of you know, I am not in Indianapolis. I am in Baltimore, Maryland, with my big bro. The whole family's here. So I don't have two monitors. I don't have my microphone. I don't have my green screen. I am like struggling. Uh, and for those on JQLM radio, I am still trying to get y'all up and going. So I'm going to get there, Dr. J. I'm going to get there.
Yes, you will.
Uh,
Yes, you will. Yes, you
let's
will.
see who just jumped in. Amanda's on. Oh, Amanda's on. Here's the wife. Lady C is on.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good
Jennifer
morning.
is on. Good morning,
Good
Jennifer. Good
morning,
morning.
Jennifer.
Uh, and I said earlier, Amanda is on. So, Dr. J, they love talking to us. I love them talking to us.
I know. I love talking to them too. Good
Uh,
morning, Amanda, Jennifer. Hey, Lady C, how you doing?
yes. Dr. J, I'm so excited because this is the kickoff for Financial Literacy Month.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have Caleb Keys and Niles Burdell backstage right now. They're going to kick us off. These young men are uh, they are ready to feed us some information. Feed us some information. So as we do, as we go through and talk about our week, we need all of our viewers to go grab pen and paper. Go grab some pen and paper because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. So how was your week, Dr. J?
Oh, Gary, my week was okay, I guess. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? Um, it the saga of the of me living at the Meridian South apartment complex is still going on. Um, but for the most part, what I believe, and I know that in spite of everything that's going on, that God has something major and something better for me. And so, in that, um, I'm just going to sit back and let God do his job. Let him do his job. But other than that, my week was good. My week was really good. No trauma, no nothing. It's been good. It's been good.
That's
How was
good.
your, well, I know yours was good because you're in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes. My week, I'm going to have to go back all the way 10 years ago.
Huh?
10 years ago, Dr. J. I always kept saying, I always spoke it, and I knew it was coming. I could say this week, God showed up and showed out. So
Yes, he did.
for 10 years, I even bought the truck before I even had it, Dr. J. When because I had to, let me see, I had the Cadillac, and then the Cadillac got, um, the engine blew up on that. The BMW got totaled. Had the Impala, and the Impala got totaled. So I went for a truck because I was like, my heart and my mind was set on it. I kept praying. I kept praying. I kept working hard. Kept working hard. And the Lord blessed me this week. And I went and picked up my boat
Yes, you
on
did.
Monday.
It's beautiful
On
too.
Monday.
It's beautiful.
So uh, Good morning, motivation guy.
Good
Uh,
morning, Chris.
so my week started off wonderful, wonderful, and I thank God. Uh, my mom, I called my mom. I showed my mom, and my mom's like, "What else do you need?" I said, "I'm done. I'm
Right.
my that was my biggest uh my other biggest purchase, my last biggest purchase for on my bucket list.
All
Uh,
right.
for because I always want my goal is to move down to Florida,
Right.
and then I want to be back on the water because I'm a Navy boy, so I want to
Okay.
be back on the water. So uh, the Lord literally showed up and showed out. And Dr. J on Sunday or Saturday of last week, we looked at me and Lady C looked at one. And good morning, Tyron.
Good
Uh,
morning, Tyron. How are you?
uh, and I wasn't, you know, it, I connected to it, but I didn't connect to it. It was just, you just didn't connect like, oh, I gotta have it now. But
Right.
Dr. J, when I pulled up, I was pulling up, and I was seeing a truck hook up to it. I was like, no, 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 come back, no, stop that truck. That's Bob. And they was just moving it so they could show it, so they can
Yeah.
uh, show me and make sure everything was on. But the minute I stepped foot in it, nope, I knew that was all God right there.
That was it. That's awesome. That
Yeah.
is
And
awesome.
then let me tell you about this trip real quick, Dr. J, because we got
Okay.
about 5 minutes and then we'll bring them on. Dr. J, I
Hmm.
need some new windshield wipers. I've never, ever, I've not even been in a car, have ran my windshield wipers for 9 straight hours.
Wow.
9 straight hours.
So was it like rain coming down or was it just that annoying?
No, it's pouring. Get out
Wow.
the car, get soaking wet, raining.
Wow.
Uh, it was that was one of the longest drives. When you have to drive through
In
nothing
the rain.
but
Yeah.
rain. And
Mm-hmm.
then we was hitting the mountains, Dr. J,
Ooh,
over in
Jesus.
Pennsylvania. And these
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania people do not know how to drive. They thought they was the Indy 500, and they was doing 90, 95 around the mountain. And I'm like,
Ooh.
pass me up. But yeah, it was. I thank God he got us here safely.
Well, that's good.
Uh, but that was a long trip. I am so happy that when we leave, we already looked at the weather. We have sunshine coming back.
Well,
So
that's good. When will you all be back?
we will be leaving Monday.
Monday. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's supposed, it was like I said, here it rained all day yesterday. But now it's kind of sunny out now. But it's cold. It's cold. I posted this morning that how could this be the end of May? And I had to turn my heat on because to take the chill out the air. And I had a lot of people saying, "Yeah, me too. I didn't want to, but I had to." So it's crazy, but it all goes back to let us know that God is in control.
Yes.
God is in control because last week we were in the 80s, hot, all of that. I'm going back and forth with my complex, to get the air fixed. Now it's like, okay, forget the air. I need the heat. you know, but
Yes.
God is in control. So whatever he see fit, then that's what we have to go with.
Yes. We're getting ready to bring on these gentlemen. I am waiting for Caleb to jump back on. Niles, if you can hear me, can you call Caleb real quick and let him know that we're getting ready to bring him on? Up there he is. There's Caleb right there. We're getting ready to bring them on. Dr. J, uh, you know, we want to help inspire, coach, train, give, educate um, our listeners, our viewers, and in different areas of their life. Uh, we that we enjoy it, and we talked about bringing on some financial experts to give us some nuggets on how we could maybe you ready to purchase a home, maybe you want to buy a car, you need credit repair, or you trying to make your credit better, or you trying to plan for retirement. Dr. J, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't have $100,000 in my retirement plan.
Hmm.
I don't have $25,000, $30,000 in my retirement plan.
I'm ready to retire.
But I do have some stocks. I do have some stocks. We do have some Dogecoin. Doge is doing good. Everybody stick and stay. Do not sell yet. Stick and stay. Do not freak out. It's going to go up. Uh, but I'm going to bring on Caleb Keys. Uh, he is the CEO of his company. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then he'll introduce his partner, Niles. But Dr. J, these gentlemen I could tell you, they started. They're young and they getting ready to be big. So let me go ahead and bring Caleb on. Mr. Caleb, how are you doing,
Hey,
sir?
how's everybody doing today?
Hey, Caleb, how are you?
Doing wonderful, doing wonderful,
Caleb, this is
doing
Dr.
wonderful,
J.
doing wonderful. How can I?
That's
Hey,
Dr.
Dr. J,
J.
how's it
And
going?
It's
good.
going well. Pleased to meet you.
Good to meet you guys as well. Good to meet you guys as well. Great being on this Saturday morning, being able to talk to you guys, spread the knowledge, and
Mhm.
get people in the know is the biggest thing and our goal. And spreading the generational wealth. We got to
Okay.
break these curses that we got on our, people, and we got to wake up. We got to wake up, and the time is now. Time is now.
So, Caleb, let me ask you a question. How and why did you get started?
I grew up in a poverty area. I didn't have a lot growing up. My parents didn't know about stocks and bonds and how to create that generational wealth. And so me growing up in the way that I did help boost me in my thought process of wanting to get out. Basically, wanting to get out, wanting to be that first one that breaks that generational curse, that goes to college. My brother went to college, but my parents didn't until now. And so just wanted to be that first generation that gets out there, that gets the ball started, that gets everything rolling. And just seeing my environment and seeing my people and how they live, um, it just troubled me, growing up and just saying we can do better, I can do better, and I got to come back
Mhm.
and give back. So,
Okay.
Uh, real quick, I wanted Caleb to introduce Niles, which is his partner, and then we'll go ahead and bring him on camera real quick, Dr. J, and then
Okay.
we can go ahead and just ask all the questions.
Okay.
okay, so me and Niles actually met in college. We attended the Kelly School of Business out there in IU Bloomington, where he received a degree in accounting as well as myself in marketing. And so we basically decided at some point in time, I came to Niles before we graduated college. And I'm like, look, guy, we need to start this mega Kelly firm, like just kids that graduate from Kelly. We pay these, these companies pay us hundreds of thousands of dollars to come and work for them. Why not just start our own Kelly School of Business firm? And he's like, man, my parents didn't pay all this money for me to just, try that. But in a couple years after, he's like, after we go out, we get some money, we get some experience. I'm definitely down to do it. And so I thought about that, and when I was like, I want to give back, and so I was like, let me call some people that was down with the firm, and so
Mhm.
I first called Niles, and I was like, I know Niles is an accountant, he's out here in Indianapolis, so let's see if I can get him to see if he wants to invest some time and give back. And so when I called him, it was a no-brainer for him. He said, "Hey, Keys, I love this idea. I love what you're doing, and I want to be a part of it." So, I mean, here's Niles Burdell. He can tell you a little bit more about himself and his journey through success so far.
Hi, Niles. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. I'm doing
Good
well. Hope
morning.
you
Good
all as
morning.
well.
Good. That's good. I'm Dr. J.
Nice to meet you, Dr. J.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about when Kyle came to you and with this idea and what his vision was. Um, which you said that he said that he'd come to you before. And
hmm
so when he came to you this time, what was different? Why then? Why now?
I think so. For me, the pandemic really showed me that you got to kind of learn to be your own boss. You get
Mhm.
like your corporate job. At the end of the day, yes, they care about you to an extent, but at the end of the day, they're trying to cut costs wherever they can. So if you are on that chopping block, they're not going to think twice about it. So I'm kind of trying to build my
Exactly.
own legacy and trying to find my own way. Then he approached me with this idea for this literacy seminar, and I saw the amount of feedback he got on Facebook when he posted on Facebook. And I'm like, this is a great opportunity. I was blessed growing up. I'm from St. Louis, and my parents did a great job. They were able to give us a life that they had never had. So I wanted to find a way that I can give back to the community. So with my CPA, I figured, okay, I know a lot about accounting, budgeting topics, and things like that. So I can give this information to the people and help people to understand ways that they can start saving money, ways that they can start building their credit, repairing their credit if they need to, and that sort of thing. So I thought, this is the perfect way to start giving back. If not, see this long term. I just want to, help in any way that I can.
Okay. So, with both of you all, either one can answer. What is your outcome, or is there an outcome as of yet? And if so, what's different?
Uh, so for me, the outcome has been going good. The first outcome of the first event, we had tremendous. We sold out. Remind you that we did everything for free. Normally,
Hmm.
this type of event costs $2,000 to $3,000, but we wanted to give it back to the community for free. And so we sold over 60 tickets, and actually, we had more in attendance even on that. So we had some very great numbers. And I think our overall goal is to get people in the know and create almost something like a Berkshire Hathaway. So where we're teaching people to invest, we're helping people to actually invest their money. If they want to go into real estate, if they want to go into owning their own business, we have each and every service that's optional that you can just come straight to us for. A lot of times inside of our community, we don't trust um, others with giving us information unless it comes from our own. And so the biggest for me is like telling it's getting the information out there so people can start to trust and people can start to come and talk and network with us, and we can overall build that overall network for people to just come and consult with. If I need an accountant, if I need an investor, if I need a realtor, we create these different type of environments so people can come and just learn, learn
hmm
and get the information, because that's what our community lacks is the information. We have
Okay.
the work ethic once we know we can make money off of it. If people seeing the same type of money that you can make off of the street inside of corporate America, you can get a lot of people to change. And so that's my biggest thing, is because I was a street individual growing up, and I saw that there was an opportunity. I had a mentor that was in my ear. I learned how to speak Mandarin as well. I lived in China for a year. So you can break those stigmas, and that's what I was always focusing on, breaking those stigmas that you're normal African American with dreadlocks. That's why I never cut my dreadlocks, and that's the
Hmm.
main reason. It's because I want to break those stigmas, and that's the overall goal for everybody, all of the people. It's just breaking that stigma that we can't do, that we aren't smart, we can't be in the same room as individuals talking about stocks and bonds and mutual funds. We can know, they're just in a different language. So just getting people to learn the language, I guess, is the biggest
Okay.
overall.
Yeah, exactly what he said. So it's like I want to help people understand terminology, business lingo. So kind of in my session, I talked about assets, liabilities, going through balance sheets and financial statements. So I want people to understand and be able to read about a company and understand what's going on with the company. I think if we can start to change our conversation from random stuff, who's better, Kobe or LeBron, things like that, if we
Right.
can turn that into which companies you invest in. Have you looked at this company, that company? Their balance sheet looks good. Their finances, the financials are doing really, really well. So, looking at this company, that company. So if we can start to change the conversation, we can start to invest more and understand what we're investing in. That way it's not really gambling. You're knowledgeable about the company. That way you're comfortable giving them this money because it's going to come back, or it's not really lost money. It's just, in this company, you can pull it out any time. So that way we can start to, change conversation and start to build generational wealth, as Caleb said.
Okay. So either one of you all can answer this question. In and prioritizing, what is the top three things that we as lay people, a community, a culture, need to first do um, to be to go to or be on the road of financial independence, understanding, and maintaining?
I would say the first thing is educate yourself. You're not gonna you first need the knowledge that'll help you to kind of change your ways. So if you don't understand budgeting, if you don't understand personal finance, there's no way that you can really, change what you're doing. If you don't know where your money's going, you don't really know what you need to do to change those habits to kind of shift how your money is flowing and what you're doing, if you're saving, if you're not saving. If you don't know that you need to be saving, then you're probably not going to. So I would say the first thing is definitely educating yourself on these different topics.
Okay. Miles, Kyle. I'm sorry,
Caleb.
Caleb. I'm gonna get it right in a minute.
Yeah. for, for myself, I think the biggest thing is number one would be education, because you have to know and read. They hide it all in the books. Like literally,
Right.
I read a book by Grant Cardone, and it's called the Real Estate Investing, I believe. The keys to real estate investing, or something of that nature. He has a bunch of books out there, but I
Mm-hmm.
read literally one book, and I learned that I should not rent a single house and get an apartment building. Like that's something that I didn't know. And so when I talked to one of my mentors about it, he had just said he just invested in a $10 million property down there in Bloomington and built that up. And so I'm wondering why he doesn't do individual rentals. Why? Because the more apartments that you have, the more passive income, and you're only paying one mortgage on the property versus multiple different mortgages. And so looking at those type of things that are hidden inside of books, I knew about it, but it transformed my thought process of how I ran my investment business with the house flipping and stuff like that. Investing inside of the different ways of how I invest, I learned from this book. And so that's the biggest thing, is education. Number two would be probably discipline. A lot of people are not disciplined when they set them goals and they set those standards. You have to persevere through those hard times and those times that you don't believe or have faith that you can do it. I think perseverance and showing yourself that you can be disciplined. If I got a job, right, I want to say, all right, I want to lose weight. So for me, I personally did this myself. I said, all right, I want to lose weight. Everybody always talks about the diet, and I love to eat. I'm a person that loves to eat good food all the time. And so for me, I'm like, all right, they say that you have to discipline yourself in your eating habits. So I'm like, man, I like to eat fat portions. I like to eat steak. I'm at least having steak twice a week, red meat. I like to eat. And so I had to change my diet. So I went strictly pescatarian, fish only, and I seen the tremendous influx or deflux in my weight by 40 pounds in 3 months. And I've been working out my whole life and I've never seen weight drop that fast. But when you discipline yourself, and I did this for 3 months, and I saw the tremendous difference. I saw my health getting better. I seen my clothes fit less, so that's number two. But number three is just doing. The thing that we lack in our community is that we are scared because we're scared to fail. Any successful business person tells you you have to fail before you succeed. There's a guy by the name of Eric, the hip hop preacher. I watch him all the time, and he says, how bad do you want it? You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. If you want to succeed, you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. And so a lot of times people don't want to take the extra step to go and succeed. You might have to quit your job. You might have to struggle for a month, 2 months. And so that's what I'm going through now. It's like I'm creating a courier business. And so right now I'm telling people like, look, I can only pay you X amount because of the type of contract that we first negotiated. Number one, I'm a minority trying to get into this type of business that is ran by, that is ran differently. And that doesn't have a lot of us in it. And so when we're coming to negotiate these contracts, they don't believe that we can do it until you get in there and show them. And so that's what I'm saying now. It's like you got to know sometimes that you're not going to get paid top dollar. I got a friend that's out there in Memphis that makes $400 a day off of this, but I got to see that I got to start somewhere. I might only be getting $225 a day because I don't have any experience and I'm new to the business. Okay, that's fine. You got to know that sometimes, all right, I'm going to quit doing and I'm going to give up some of my time to start this new business. And that will excel in the long run. That's another big thing, is that when people do it, they're not in it for the long run. You have to be in it for the long run in order to see it actually tumble up and see that compounding effect. A guy yesterday I was talking to was saying he's a lender, and he was just saying that people don't understand the compound effect in our community. They don't understand you put $5 in, tomorrow is going to be worth $25. Why? Because you let it sit there. The bank pays you for it. Either a stock pays you for it, or somebody pays dividends. We got to understand that. So it's just getting, number three for me is just getting getting out there and just going to do it overall.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So I had a question. Just wanted to jump in. We know that we have the financial literacy seminar coming up starting next weekend for the next 3 Saturdays. What should people expect? What are you going to bring? What are you going to teach them, coach them, train them on, show them?
So we're going to bring a little bit of everything. For me, I want to teach people how to overall, what is investing, what is running a business. Now to talk about how to run a business with an account, being an accountant, and how that saves you money, how it saves you on a budget, how you can plan better and expect a better amount of profit if you do that way. We'll be talking about real estate, different types of real estate. So you have me, I'm also a realtor. So I work for FC Tucker. I'm also a realtor, but I also fix and flip real estate and also do wholesaling as well. So there's 3 different types of real estate you can get into. You can also be a landlord, so we'll be explaining that. We'll probably be doing a Airbnb session as well. If you're looking to get into Airbnb and figure out how that goes, it's really easy. And it's a lot of times people don't understand that getting into a certain type of business, the barriers to entry are very low. You just have to go and do it. That's literally what it is. So we're going to be teaching you all these different ways. Also about credit. I just helped a young lady. A lot of people don't know this, but I give a jewel out. So when you're going to get a car payment, right? A lot of people go to the car dealership, and this is just a jewel out here for anybody it's summertime. I know people going to get these new cars. Do not go and buy your car from the dealership. Go to a bank. Go to a bank. Get the loan from the bank. Why? Because the bank isn't going to come repo your car unless you 4 or 5 months down the road missing a payment. The bank is going to work with you, if you have a payment or if you're late on the payment. Don't just do this because you can be late. Do this because it's smart. Now you can take that check from the bank and you have cash in your hand officially. So when you go to that dealership, you have more room to negotiate. You can negotiate your roadside assistance, your mileage. You can negotiate who who actually controls the loan. You negotiate who actually all the amenities you get with your truck or car or whatever it is. And so learning these different type of things when you're inside of the credit, you might not have uh, the best credit in the world, but you can work towards things with the bank. If you have a banking account, they're going to trust you more to get that loan, and they can see your financials versus you going to a car lot. So
So
these
let
are
me
the
ask
different
you
type of
this.
jewels. And go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
The car lot gives you a higher interest rate than a credit union. So when I say go to a bank, I mean specifically a credit union. That could be Navy Credit, that can be IU Credit Union, that can be um the Teachers Credit Union, any credit union, because they will give you a better interest rate. Normally, when you go to a car lot, you're at least paying 9 to 18% interest. When you go to a bank, you can be paying 4 to 5% interest on a loan.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's
does
the
that
difference.
work like with the pre-approval, or how does that work? And the only reason why I'm asking is I was telling my daughter today, while I was talking with her, I dreamed that Gary, here we go, that I dreamed that I bought another car, and I've been looking at it. But at first I was going to purchase a home. But then when I started thinking about it and all of that, I'm not for sure that I will be able financially to purchase a home. And so
Okay.
that's why I just kind of put the money aside, because I was told don't make any big purchases or anything, until you decide, what it is you're going to do. So now that I've kind of made up in my mind and figure, okay, I'm probably going to go back into, another apartment. I'm thinking about getting another car because I just want one, and
Yeah.
I do. So I know when my daughter purchased hers, she got a pre-approval, and that made her um it actually made the process for her easier, I guess, getting the
Yep.
pre-approval. So is that the same thing that you're talking
It's
about?
kind of it's kind of like the same thing. What happens is you get a pre-approval, and you get a pre-approval from the bank, and then you take that, and I mean it's kind of like the same thing, but then again it isn't. So the pre-approval from the bank, they give that to you after they run your credit. So they'll run your credit, they'll give you a pre-approval for that amount. Then you can decide whether if you want to take that amount and actually go to the dealership. So I guess it is essentially the same thing, but it's a different process. She probably got the paperwork, took it to the bank. I mean, took it to the car lot. Then uh, told them, "Hey, I'm pre-approved for this amount. What
Yeah,
can you guys do for me?" Now, I do
right.
not know if she got it, end up getting, because if
She
you have
did.
that pre-approval, you can negotiate with the car lot with the purchase price and the amenities and stuff like that, because you can say either I get the loan from you guys or I go get the loan from the actual bank. So what that's
Mhm.
going to do for a car salesman is going to make him do whatever he needs to do to get that job done or get that deal done. So he's going to decrease some stuff here. He's going to talk to his financial guy and ask him, can he, spread some numbers or do some things in that sense. So um yeah, I think that process is definitely a lot better and a lot more useful for people that are younger too, because inside of our community, the first thing that messes up a lot of people in our community is cars. Like
Yeah.
when we get first from 18, they go and get a brand new car instead of a used car. They worried about what they're riding around in and looking good versus actually being good. That's my
Yeah.
phrase. You
Having a
looking
car
good
payment
instead of
that's higher
actually
than your
being
rent.
good.
And
Yeah, exactly. Your car payment is higher than your rent. Then
Mm-hmm.
then
Crazy.
you're in a position, okay, do I pay my
Which one am I
rent?
gonna pay
Do
this
I
month?
pay my car note?
yep.
You need a roof over
Yeah.
your head, so now you
Am I
done
gonna
missed the
sleep in the
car payment.
car? So I don't know what to do.
And watch
Yeah.
this. This is our biggest mistake. We are so quick to run to a buy here, pay here lot. So quick. Like as soon as somebody says I'm going to go buy a
You hear
car,
me?
I'm thinking, what? You need to go to the dealership. They going to the buy here, pay here lot, buying a
And
car,
still paying that extra.
and still paying
Like
on
it's
it six
brand
years
new.
later, and the engine been out of it, fell out of the ground, not in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Wow.
this is one thing I figured out about America and the government. Buy here, pay here lots was for us. That was a trap.
Literally.
Payday loans.
Literally.
Oh
Payday.
Lord.
If you go somebody tell me how many payday loans are in Carmel? There's none.
Not a one.
None.
None.
Zip.
There's no buy here, pay here lots in Carmel.
Zip.
Down in Georgia, down in Atlanta, down in the South, you got title loans. You can pawn your title and get you a loan, and you're paying 100 and something% interest rate.
Wow.
So this is we have to help our people. And Caleb, you brought up a good point. When you have that paper in your hand, that check, cash is king. And believe
They
me,
gonna do whatever.
that salesperson
Mm-hmm.
is not going to let you walk out that door, and they got to go eat dinner tonight, and they
I'm
need
telling you.
to check.
They missed that commission. Yeah, they're gonna do
Yeah.
whatever they can do.
Wow. Wow.
I'm telling you. So I mean that's the biggest thing. If we can teach our people that before they get out and go out into the world, like we understand go get a job. But we gotta also understand how do we generate passive income. That's another thing that our generation definitely doesn't focus on. Is that we got to understand the long run and passive money. Everything in my generation is very quick,
Right.
fast, and hurry. We're trying to make that quick dollar versus make that slow grind, that slow money, and understand that pennies can stack up to dollars, and dollars stack up to tens of dollars, and that
Mhm.
compounding effect. So
Mm-hmm.
these next 3 weeks on side of this seminar, we're gonna make sure we definitely hit it, and definitely hit the points that we are struggling with, and I hope that a lot of these viewers will be able to see this and understand that we are here for you. If you need us personally, we offer our services personally, and we're here, for the most part.
Yeah.
Anything else? What you think?
Yeah, no, you pretty much hit it on the head. We as a community, we gotta focus on our finances, focus on understanding our finances, where our money's going. That's the only way we're gonna change the trajectory of our life going forward is if we understand where it's been going in the past. What have you been wasting money on in the past? Okay, let me stop doing that. Let me start putting this towards things that are gonna build in the future. Let me start investing. Let me start saving. Let me start trying to fix my credit. Do things that will help us out in the long run. Because credit's gonna help you buy things in the future that can help appreciate that'll help you
Credit, man.
bring in some more money. So we want to touch on all these topics, all these subjects that are neglected, that aren't taught in school, that we just don't know about, or we've been told not lies, but things that our parents or grandparents told us just to be safe. They wanted to protect us, but
Right.
at some point
Yep.
that kind of hurt us because we're stuck back here while these other communities are getting further and further ahead because they knew the right way. They knew the right way up
Right.
front. There's a right way to go about it that's still safe. That we need to teach ourselves that we can, so that helps us out in the long run, start to build that generational wealth.
Okay.
Then
So
also, I
you
want to
And
mention when you guys talk about credit, the importance of credit. What is a good credit score? What is the average credit score?
Ooh,
Uh, just because you don't have an 800 doesn't mean
man,
you can't get there. But once you get good credit, don't go out there and get 10 credit cards and start financing everything.
Exactly.
You know,
Mm-mm.
because we gotta have patience. We gotta have patience. My boat, the boat I just bought, I did not pay with credit. I paid cash on it. It was straight cash. And I prayed about it. And I was patient. And I let God do what he does. Could I went
Right.
out and just went and go get a loan? I could have went straight to the bank and said, I need a X amount of dollars so I can go buy my boat. So y'all can own it because y'all own it till I pay off the loan.
Mhm.
Y'all own it. Y'all got the title.
Yep.
Y'all own it. So actually, I'm just leasing or renting my boat
Rent
Right.
to them.
because the bank owns it. No, I got the cash, saved up for it, and when I found it, went in there. Now I got the title. So but when we talk about good credit, especially in the black community, it's like I'm gonna keep it real. It's just like when everybody got that stimulus check and they went on, got all the Jordans they
Man,
could get, got all the televisions
man,
they could get. They
all
went and
the
got a brand new car.
Seafood boiler too.
Right.
They,
Right. Every
they
weekend, and
seafood
I'm gonna pay
Yep.
for
boils. You couldn't
everybody.
even
Yep.
find crab. You
right.
couldn't.
Everybody bought up all the crap instead of saving it, buying it, investing. We was just talking
Buying
about two weeks
stocks
ago,
at
two
low.
Saturdays ago. We talked about Dogecoin, and as soon as we got off the air, that following Monday, Dogecoin did just like this. It plummeted. It bottomed, and people were freaking out. That my phone was blowing up. I said, "Stick and stay." This is a long term investment.
Stick and
Those
stay.
are
It's
cycles.
not
It's
going to
long
change.
term.
Stocks,
Watch
yeah,
this
stocks
twenty
go up
And
dollars
and
turn
down, but they
into
always go
two.
up.
Right. Watch that $20 turns into $200. Just stick and stay. You know.
Hmm.
Um, but we
man,
gotta get our mindset out of, well, if I get a 700 credit score, well, I'm gonna go. I need a Walmart card, a Target card. I need a
Right.
Visa. I'm gonna get my American Express. I need my
And your
Discover.
credit score getting ready to go down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
because it's in our mindset.
yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, once
Because
So,
then
we
you start
so
if you get a $500 credit limit, then you're gonna max that one out. Well, I still got this one. Then you're gonna max
don't
that one
max
out.
it.
So
uh-huh.
And then that
now it's
utilization goes up, and then you go
right,
straight
right,
back
and
down to
it's
the
and
bottom.
it's and it's just a vicious cycle.
Hmm.
And now you're in debt.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
You know,
Now
And
you're in debt because your credit score was 700, and because you didn't do it, what you didn't do what you need to do wisely, you got all
Yeah.
these credit cards, and now you're in debt. So your credit score is not 700 anymore. You may be a
Oh
negative
man.
100. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Yep.
Yep. And
yeah.
then another thing
So
is,
that I give you
in
guys a go ahead.
I was gonna say another thing is, when we, get to new levels of income, you get a pay raise, you get a new job that pays you more. Don't go buy some more stuff that you don't need.
Right.
Don't increase your income or your expenses to match your income. So when you get more money, if you get more income, you get a raise, your
Literally.
expenses should stay the same. So you have more money to save and invest. That's just more money in your pocket. So that's another thing is stop buying stuff you don't need just because you got more money. That's not
Jen,
a thing that we need to do. It's a status thing that we need to just break.
yeah.
That's,
Jennifer just said, I'm trying to raise my credit score. I don't want any credit cards.
hold
So
on.
do you
Hold on, because okay, I know that's the question. You're going to have to come back next week, Jennifer. It's going to be on one of these Saturdays
And get
because
that answer.
that we're going to hit that. That how do you raise your credit score and you don't want credit cards? And real quick to answer your question, you got to have a credit card. You got to have some type of credit.
You got
So
to.
we're not going to
History.
You
You
enter.
need
got
a
to.
We're not
history.
going to
This is
enter
why.
today.
You need a history. We'll
right,
leave it at that.
Yep.
right,
You
right.
got to have
But
history.
you gotta have a history, and then I'll give you. I guess No, I can't even give it to her because I was
Not
about
yet.
to. I
Not
was
yet.
about to
Not
give
yet.
it to her.
They got to come back.
Not yet.
I say one way.
Yep, got to
Say
come
one
back.
way.
You
But
don't
I'll give
necessarily
you
need
guys.
it, but
I give you guys an example, I guess, on how how I use you. There's different ways to use credit. So don't always think, Jennifer, that credit is a bad thing. So like for right now, as me starting this courier business, I'm having to go and get vans, right? And so I don't want to pay $20,000-$30,000 per each van. So I'm using my credit to establish the vans, right? And so what I'm coming to realize is the other people that want to invest with me, I'm telling them, hey, go get a van and I'll just go get the contracts for you. They can't get vans. Why? Because they have no credit. They got the
Credit.
cash.
Yeah.
They ain't got no credit. So you're gonna have to, if you want to get and start businesses, you have to establish some type of credit. You have to, because that's when you want to start it. That's what they're looking at. If you need to go get something like a truck to start your business, they're gonna look at your credit. So you're gonna need credit. And I would tell you right now, I wish I was surrounded, with more people uh that are around me with good credit. They got cash, they got money, but they ain't
Right.
got no credit.
They ain't got no
So it
credit.
costs
Right.
us
Right.
more.
Right.
It costs us more in the short run in the startup cost because you don't have no credit. We could
Yeah.
have put
and in the
all the
long term,
trucks
the
on
interest.
credit, paid no down payment, and ran it. But now we have to come up off cash on down payments on the trucks because nobody has any good credit. So
Yeah.
establish that credit now. Get that credit card, even if it's the can't even tell you because we gotta wait till the next week. I was about to tell you what to go do, but I can't
I w-
even do it. You can't do it. You gotta meet us back right here on the morning coffee with the word. I'm telling you, these
Yes.
next 3 weeks
Yes.
it'll be here.
you know, I know we got about 10 minutes, so we'll make it quick. 20, it was about 20 years ago, I filed bankruptcy. I filed a Chapter 7. I started all over, just started all over.
Gotcha.
Uh, that bankruptcy was on there, and I see my score plummet. My score eventually it was like 300 something. So I see my score plummet. So I was in the mortgage brokerage business, and I was like, I'm going to figure out this credit score game. So what I did over the last 20 years is I play with my credit score just to see how far I can get it to jump, just to see how far I can get it, and I still play with it. Now I got so many credit cards. I just shred them every time they come in the mail. Like I don't even open up my mail anymore because it's just credit. Stop sending me. But I
Yeah.
because credit is it's like in a business in small business. It's like marketing. It's a formula that you'll never be able to figure out. So
Yep.
what I did was is I just kept playing with my score, and as my score went up, I call other people. I tell other people, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to go get this credit card, get a $500 limit. I need you next week to max out that card, $500 limit. Then I need you the following week. I need you to pay it all the way down 25%.
Hmm.
And you just keep doing it.
Immediately.
You do that for like
Telling you.
6 months.
6 months.
Max it back out for $500, and then
Telling you,
in a
pay it
couple of
all.
weeks, right? In a couple of weeks, pay it all the way back down to 25%. Max it out, pay it off. Max it out, pay it off. And the next thing you know, their scores were jumping 50, 75, 100. Right.
I'm
You
telling
So
know,
you, it's a
Learning
Gary,
the
that's
game.
game.
so true. That's so true because I got sick 2 years in a row. Serious. I had a couple strokes both times.
Glad to see
And
you overcame that.
yes, it's awesome. I'll be 62 in November. So yes, God is
Praise
Hey.
good.
God.
So with that, I had to end up filing bankruptcy. And it'll be 2 years in September. And with that, I was able to get a credit card. My limit was $500. And so I was scared to use it because I didn't want to get into financial debt. And so I was talking with my
Yeah.
daughter, and she was like, "Mom, just go ahead on, use it, but just pay it. And I think I have, out of the 2 years, I've maxed it out twice and paid it down. Paid it down to where when I filed bankruptcy, of course, my credit score was lower. It went lower. But since I've been doing that, I've noticed now I'm in the low sevens now. But I'll use it and then I'm gonna pay it down. I'm not gonna use it anymore till I get it, until I get it paid down.
Max it out, pay it off.
Pay it down.
Max it out, pay it off. And the next thing you know, you're gonna get 2 of them. You max it out, pay it off.
But so my thinking for me is I have one major credit card that goes anywhere. So I have that one and that's it. That's it. I don't want any more, just that one, and and just take it from there. And for me, it has worked for me because, as you said, in my generation, we weren't taught about that. And so we weren't taught about credit. Yep. We weren't taught about how to maintain good credit. That's just, you just don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh.
You pay cash, you don't do it.
They just said here.
There you go. There you go. Put that debit card away.
Now,
put the debit card away.
So now that I'm in the place where I'm doing better and I can get credit card, I'm like, no. And I do. I matter of fact, I think this week 2 came in the mail. And I'm like, no, I have 1 and that can go anywhere. So that's all. And I cut them up,
Yep.
But it did. And I saw, and I get an alert like when my score go up, and I was like, oh, look at here, up 22 points. Girl, you doing the dang thing, okay?
Now watch this.
It took me to this age, to really get a total understanding of it. So by me not knowing, I wasn't able to empower my two children, but yet my daughter graduated from college, whatever, she's learning. And so now she is like the bomb.com.
Yeah. So we got 5 minutes left. I want to thank you, gentlemen. But before we get off, Dr. J, what's your max on your credit card?
500.
Now watch this. See, a lot of people don't know this. That's what the bank tells you. You want a 500. But next week, when they start going over credit, I'm going to jump in. It's going to probably be within next week or the week after next. Did you know that the credit card, you got a $500 limit. I can show you a way how to get a $10,000 credit card limit, and the bank's not getting ready to tell you no. They won't tell you no. And it's going to be $10,000. How do you do it? It's because you take $10,000 of your own money, go get a secure line of credit, a secure line of credit card.
Yep.
And they're going to see that balance because on your credit report, it's just going to say the name of the bank. It's going to say the name of the credit card. And it's going to show up as a credit card. So you're going to have a $10,000 limit on it automatically. So every credit card after you apply after that is going to be $8,000, $9,000, $10,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But,
we can't give them too much more, or else they ain't gonna come in.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Can't give them too much more, but they ain't gonna come.
Right. Aaliyah said the financial literacy seminar was very helpful to me personally. I highly recommend attending to personally talk to them about whatever questions you may have regarding finance. It is so worth your time. Thank you, Aaliyah.
Thank you, Aaliyah. We appreciate that.
Jennifer, once again, you got to stay. Come back.
Hey,
come back.
I got him.
Yeah.
Come.
You know what? I think that Gary, next week, what we will do is we'll go right into the seminar, because I think just us talking now and people having questions, and we're only able to do an hour. We'll come on Morning Coffee with the Word. I'm Dr. J. He's the president. My week was awesome. Now here we're gonna go right into it. Yeah, we're gonna go
right into it because, and that's the reason why when I met Caleb and Niles, Like when I walked into the church, like I got chills. My hairs
Yeah.
stood
That's
up.
fear. That's
Like I
fear.
literally,
That's fear.
watch this, Dr. J.
I'm telling
I
you.
literally forgot what the reason why I was there and focused on them. Like I didn't even care about the computer guy no more. I didn't care. I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Them too. So thank you, Niles. Thank you, Kayla.
Thank you all so much.
We
for
will
coming
see you
on.
next Saturday
Thank you,
at 8
guys.
a.m. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys backstage, Kayla. I will hit you up later on
All right,
today.
go ahead.
Niles, I just Facebooked you, so I'll be hitting you up, and then we're gonna just chat around. But thank you again.
Okay.
Bye. Nice meeting you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a blessed one.
You
All right.
too. Bye bye.
Dr. J, I am so excited.
Yes.
I am so excited. This is what I've been waiting for. Again, if you wait on God, God will do it on His time.
Yes.
Just be patient.
Yes.
Just be patient. Dr. J, you know how we've been talking about financial literacy. You know, we've been talking about trying to get people on. But when I met them gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
the hairs on my arm stood up. And I totally lost the reason why I even came. I forgot what they was over there talking to me about the problems they was having. I'm sitting there talking to them. I'm focused like, no, I need y'all today.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That's good.
Yep. It's 10:59, Dr. J.
Yep.
Pray us out. Everyone have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day. Yes.
Be safe.
Yes.
And if you're going to go swimming, I hope the water's warm. Because, you know, I don't get into the temperature of 100.
Father God, we thank you for being just you, God. We thank you for taking care of us.
Yes.
We thank you for Niles and Caleb, oh God. We thank you that they were able to give us just a snippet of what it is that we need to do, oh God, to better help us, oh God, in the name of Jesus. Now, God, as we go into this Memorial Day weekend, I ask, oh God, that you would protect us, protect everybody, but God, allow us to enjoy our families, oh God.
Yeah.
Be safe in the name of Jesus. God, we ask that you would give Gary and his family traveling grace and mercy back here. Oh God, take care of them. God, you become the driver. Command your angels, oh God, to stand charge over them and guard over them as they drive and as they enjoy. And God, we're going to forever give your name the glory, the honor, and the praise. It's in your son Jesus' name that I pray. Amen. You're listening to Morning Coffee with the Word. I'm Dr. J.
And I'm the president. And we'll see everybody next week. Next Saturday, 10 a.m. for the Financial Literacy Workshop. Tell your friends, your family members. Keep them on here on ElevateLife.tv. Bye-bye. Love you, Dr. J.
Have a good one. Love you too, Gary. Bye.